Hello dear learners, and welcome to our English language lesson class. By the end of this lesson, learners must be able to define fashion and to know the consequences of indecent dressing. To begin, many of us today want to follow fashion. We don't know what to follow. We just follow because our friends are putting on designer bags, shoes, clothes, and what have you. In our lesson today, we are going to read a poem, and the poem shall be talking about indecent dressing. But before we continue, we are going to see what fashion has done to us today. Okay, dear friends, today in our English language class, we shall be looking at reading comprehension. Before we begin, let's celebrate African beauty. What is fashion? What is fashion? Fashion is a popular trend. That's great. Name some dresses, shoes, handbags, phones, and cars in fashion today. For shoes, we have the Gucci shoes, right? We have Nike, we have D&G, and so on and so forth. For handbags, we have Michael Kors, yes. Louis Vuitton, yes. Gucci still, yes. The Gucci bags, yes. For phones, we have the iPhone, Redmi, Samsung, Techno, and so on and so forth. Now, what are some negative consequences of fashion? What are some negative consequences of fashion? Fashion makes some youths to dress indecently, right? What are some advantages of fashion? Technology. Advantages of fashion. Yes, for example, for some phones, we have the smartphones now, which help us to communicate with our loved ones who are far away from us. Okay, let's listen to this poem and answer the questions below. The title of our poem is A Roadside Crier. Listen as I read carefully. Be attentive. There's a roadside crier. Disappointment is his name. In deep and wondrous thoughts of shame, waiting to see just a decent one pass. Whistling, he waited till the last, and saw nothing, 'cause it's all fast. There's a lady by the side, confused to a fairy in her tights, bleached as pug. There's a boy by the left, pierced nostrils, ears, right and left, trousers stripped from the buttocks. I guess the image is too odd. There is a girl behind, breast sacrificed to public eyes, panty lifted up like a rope or twine. There's a man by the front, all tattooed. To him, it's fashion and not a taboo. My friend laughed. You will see no such. See those children, trendy clothes they buy much. See those ladies wearing huge hair. See those men, Nike, D&G is all they care. Why be a slave to fashion, my dear friends? Why destroy our lives with such passions? I read again. A Roadside Crier is the title of our poem. There is a roadside crier. Disappointment is his name. In deep and wondrous thoughts of shame, waiting to see just a decent one pass. Whistling, he waited till the last, and saw nothing, 'cause it's all fast. There is a lady by the side, confused to a fairy in her tights, bleached as fur. There is a boy by the left, pierced nostrils, ears right and left, trousers stripped from the buttocks. I guess the image is too. There is a girl behind, breast sacrificed to public eyes, panty lifted up like a rope or twine. There is a man by the front, all tattooed. To him, it's fashion and not a taboo. My friend laughed. You see no such. See those children, trendy clothes, they buy much. See those ladies wearing huge hair. See those men, Nike, DNG is all the care. Why be a slave to fashion? Why destroy our lives with such passions? We have listened attentively to what I just read, and now we are going to do the following exercise. But before we do the exercise, who can tell me the main idea that runs in the poem? Yeah, to begin, the title is A Roadside Crier, and he is crying because he has seen no one properly dressed. Now, here is an exercise for you to see if you've understood the poem properly. What do you think? Why do you think his friend laughed? How different are you from these fashion victims, my dear friends? Write down 2 lessons you have learned from the poem. Write down 2 lessons you have learned from the poems. We are going to correct that together. Now, we also have our MCQ questions, that is our multiple choice questions, which we are going to answer. What does disappointment in line 2 mean from our poem we've just read? Is it referring to frustration? Is it referring to anger? Disbelief? Is it a joke? Question 2. The poet is wondering because is the poet wondering because he is poor and cannot afford dresses? Is it because many are poorly dressed? Is it because fashion is bad? Is it because fashion has rendered many people mad? Question 3. The speaker is looking for a fashionable. Is the speaker looking for a fashionable girl? Is it a fashionable friend? Is it the speaker is looking for? Is the speaker looking for a decent person? Is the speaker looking for a decent fashion designer? I want to see the answers in your exercise books. Question 4. What stylistic device is brought out in the line bleached as pork? Right? Is it a metaphor? Is it a simile? Is it an irony? Is it a personification? And now, the last question is, what is the subject matter of this poem? What is the poem talking about? Is it talking about fashion, indecent fashion, fashion designing, indecent dressing? These questions should be answered and submitted latest on Friday, the 1st of May 2020 at midday. I'm waiting for your answers, my wonderful students. Till then, bye. To conclude, we've seen what a poem said about indecent dressing. Many of you today, if your parents don't buy a D&G bag or a D&G shoe, you won't come to school today. If you're not indecently dressed, like some of you put on your trousers at your buttocks right down there, you will not know you are a student. Is fashion a plus or a minus in your life? You have to be an example as a student of Mike DENNY. Dress properly and be an example. Be a model to your friends. Thank you. See you soon. Bye.